The Story of Androyka and Mother Lou by Bob Shea. Mother Lou, the once ruler of a great and mighty empire called Angel City, before she had been overthrown by her sister Amina and was then exiled to Earth, was living a quiet and solitary life upon a mountain that cannot be found on any map. When one day, while out walking in her fields, she saw a large explosion off in the distance, and out of curiosity flew off towards the crash site to investigate. And what she discovered there was that a rocket ship had crash landed here on Earth. So Mother Lou landed at the crash site, and there she found an android that was badly damaged emerge from the wrecked spaceship. So, not wanting to draw attention to anything extraterrestrial like herself here on Earth, she dropped the wrecked ship into a lake, and then at the last moment, instead of dropping the android into the lake also, she instead brought the android on back to her farm with her and repaired it. Upon their return from the lake, Mother Lou placed the sleeping android under the table in her lab, where she held a wand to the sleeping android's forehead, and above the wand appeared a hologram of the android's most recent memory. And as she watched, she saw the android and her pirate ship pursuing a small trading vessel, when suddenly the android's senses alerted her to a trap that she was falling into. Something just wasn't right, so she broke off her pursuit of the trading vessel and turned and ran. Only then did those ships that had been in hiding, waiting for her to step into their trap, reveal themselves and begin to chase her, and one by one she disabled her attackers, and then she looked for a place to set down and begin repairs to her ship, and also to hide out till the coast was clear. Then the hologram began to act staticky, and appeared and disappeared. Mumbled Mother Lou. Maybe this robot is more advanced than she appears to be. So then, after realizing that she was going to have to wait until the android recovered her memories to find out the rest of the android's story, Mother Lou ran a full diagnostic of the android. This is going to keep me busy for quite some time, thought Mother Lou. Then she had an idea and wondered if her own liquid metal nanites that keep her going would also work on an android. Yes, she finally said to the sleeping android. Let's see if these liquid metal nanites will fix you up good as new, or not. The next day, when Androyka woke up, it was as if she had just been unpacked from the box without any memories of her past life at all. Hello, she said, smiling at Mother Lou. Hello, said Mother Lou. So Mother Lou said, You are Androyka. I am Mother Lou, and we live on this farm upon the mountain. And that was enough to satisfy Androyka's curiosity as they both settled into an idyllic life together upon their mountain. And this mountain, said Mother Lou, is a flying mountain, and we can travel to anywhere in the world upon it and have great adventures and excitement. Oh, the places we'll see, my dear. And as the days passed and Mother Lou and Androyka began to travel and explore the world, Mother Lou said to her, Androyka, if you ever get lost or separated from the mountain, just think of a memory of this farm, and the memory will lead you home. All right, Mother Lou, she said, I will. So for many happy years, Androyka lived on the mountainside with Mother Lou, and they had many wondrous and magical adventures traveling the world. They lived a simple life of swimming with the crocodiles in the morning and running with the buffalo in the afternoon, until one day a plane passed by overhead, and Mother Lou became very upset. Oh, Androyka, they have found us, my dear. I'm afraid they've found us. Who have found us? Oh, my greatest fears have come true. Calm down, Mother Lou, and tell me who has found us. You don't... There's a reason planes don't fly over our mountain. They fly around it. What? It is time you know the truth, Androyka. But let me start at the beginning. Back in 1908, when I found you, the spaceship you were on had just crash-landed on Earth in Russia. And to this day, the crash is known as the mysterious Tunguska explosion of 1908. People are still curious about what caused it, an explosion that wiped out an area the size of Melbourne, Australia. What could have incinerated such a vast area? The world wondered, and to this day they do not have an answer for it. If they only knew that it was you and your spaceship that had crash-landed that day, causing it so much wonder and speculation without any answers. But even I was curious. It had been such a loud explosion. The force of it drew my curiosity, so I flew down from the mountain, and I saw you emerge from the spacecraft. The sparks were just shooting out of you. Your right arm was dangling and useless, held on by only a thread. Ugh, Androyka, what a calamity you were. When I found you that day, I didn't think you'd make it. The sparks, I was afraid to get too close to you, thinking that you might explode before I was able to turn you off. And I thought that with so many damaged parts, I doubted if I could ever repair you, if it was even possible. So I picked you up with one hand, and then I picked up your spacecraft with the other, before flying both of you to Ozero Bajkal Lake. I was intending to drop both of you into it, too. But during the flight, you whispered to me, "Help me, please, help me." And it made me curious. What kind of an android seems so real, so much alive? I thought to myself, I needed to know your story. I mean, you were such a strange android, not at all like the ones from my planet. So after dropping your ship into the lake, instead of dropping you into the lake along with your ship, like I had originally intended to do, I instead brought you home and repaired you. And on that first night when I attempted to access your memories, something was triggered, a defense mechanism of some type, and I was no longer able to access your memories. And so that morning, you awoke without any of your memories of who you were or what planet you came from, and they've never returned. It was as if you had just been unpacked from the box, a brand new android. So I created a story for you, a story that we have lived ever since. So I have been waiting all this time for your memories to unlock, so that you would finally be able to tell me your story, who you were, who you are, and where you came from. Patiently I have waited to find out your story, but with that plane flying straight overhead, like it did, it could not have been of this earth, because the machine under my windmill would have curved the plane's path so that it would have flown around my mountain instead of over it. Without even realizing it, it curves the space. No, that plane was not of this earth. So I am sorry, Androyka, but my civilian ship is no match for a military vessel, but yours is. The one at the bottom of the lake. I'm very fond of you, Androyka, but my ship only has room for one. So maybe it is time for me to return home and once again challenge my younger sister to the throne, and for you to continue on your journey to recover your memories and find out who you are. But Mother Lou, can't we fly to the mountain? Can't we fly the mountain someplace they'll never find us? Like the story you told me about the mountains of Mars? Remember that before all your friends accepted amnesty from your sister, the Queen, and went home to Angel City, leaving you alone, all alone on Mars for so many years. The old Mars, before Mars became the desolate place it is today. All of the animals and birds that once lived there. Yes, just like then, said Androyka. No, not this time, Androyka. It is time that the mountain... It is true that the mountain can travel anywhere in the world, but only my spaceship can travel between worlds. and that is what I need to do this time. I am sorry, Androyka. I would take you with me if I could." So Mother Lou began to reassemble the various pieces of her ship that were scattered around the farm, and started getting things ready to depart the planet. "I suggest you go back to Bajkal Lake and recover your ship," she said to Androyka, "because your ship," said Mother Lou, "is a military-grade ship, so you'll do fine, and maybe that will trigger some memories for you, and you'll be able to remember who you are." "I will help you reassemble your ship," said Androyka. "You will? Even though I'm abandoning you?" said Mother Lou. "Yes," said Androyka. "Thank you." The next morning, Mother Lou said, "Androyka, I think I will be going home today to Angel City. Oh, it's a magical, wondrous planet filled with legend and lore. I wish you could explore it with me. It is a place spoken throughout the universe. My home, Angel City. I think it's time for me to go home." "This is home, Mother Lou." "No, it isn't. Not for either of us. Not really." "Where is my home?" "I have no data about where your home is, Androyka. I am afraid you just dropped out of the sky like a raindrop. I don't even know what your real name is. Oh dear, so many questions. And I still do not know your story. My curiosity about who you are and where you came from will never be satisfied." "My name is Androyka." No, said Mother Lou. "I gave you that name." "It is my name," said Androyka. "No, and my name is not Mother Lou. I am Tuatha Dananan, and I have lived a very long life, and I intend to keep on living. So for now I need to return to my home and fight for my crown. I could help you, Mother Lou." "What? I am deserting you, and you still want to help me?" "Yes, but how? I mean, I could lift you up in my arms and fly you to Bajkal Lake to retrieve your ship, but that would put my life in danger." "Androyka, have you ever sky surfed?" "I don't think so." "Oh, it's fun. You'll like it," she said. Mother Lou said, "Because my ship is a one-seater, but by holding on to this photon rope, you are going to sky surf on my skyboard all the way to Bajkal Lake in Russia." "Russia?" said Androyka. "Yes." So as they flew across the sky, Androyka, sky surfing behind her grandmother's ship, when suddenly they came under attack from a small drone. Mother Lee gunned it, trying to outrun the drone, but failing that, turned the ship 180 degrees so she could face the drone and hopefully get off a few lucky shots before it could maneuver out of the way. Well, she managed to get off a few shots at the drone before her ship disappeared across the sky, and Androyka could no longer see it as she was flung by the momentum and hurled forward towards, and letting go of the photon rope, she was hurled forward towards Bajkal Lake and wondered if Mother Lou had gotten away, splashing down like a stone, skipping across the lake until coming to rest in the middle of the lake, where she dove in and swam for her ship. Inside her ship, she stood upon the command deck. "Ship, respond!" she shouted. Suddenly a hologram appeared before her that was a mirror image of her. "Hello, 9-111. I am Androyka," said Androyka. "All repairs have been completed, and the ship is at 100% readiness, Captain," said the hologram. "Ship, my memory is locked," said Androyka. said the hologram. "Someone must have tried to access it." "Yes, Mother Lou did," said Androyka. "She's a kind woman who is currently under attack from a drone for trying to protect me. We have to save her." "Fine," said the hologram. "Sit in the command chair and I will give you a complete diagnostic." "A full what?" No, we don't have the time. We must save my friend." "Well, yes, we can do both," said the hologram. And so Androyka sat in the command chair and was soon communicating with Mother Lou. "It's me, Androyka." "Yes!" shouted Mother Lou. "It's still following me, and I can't seem to shake it. I don't want to return to the mountain while it's on my tail." "Sit tight, Mother Lou. I've got this," said Androyka as she destroyed the drone, then swooped in and guided her Mother Lou's ship onto the loading dock of Androyka's ship, where it landed safely, and then they took off for deep space. "Androyka, do you have your memories back?" "Yes, Mother Lou, I do." "Well, so what is your story?" "Well, to the Eldorians who ruled my planet, I am a pirate. They are the ones who conquered my world, D-305, and ever since I have made it my mission to make the Eldorians pay a heavy price for having conquered it. And to my people, I am a freedom fighter and one of the few from D-305 that were off planet when the Eldorians attacked, so are still able to carry on the good fight against them. And what is your real name?" "My name is Androyka," she said with a smile, leaving it at that. Mother Lou smiled back and took a seat upon the command deck as the two of them sped towards Angel City. "This story isn't over, not by a long shot," answered Androyka. "How long will you fight these Eldorians?" said Mother Lou. "As long as it takes to free my world and rescue my people." "Good for you," said Mother Lou. D-305, hopefully one day they will give up, the Eldorians will give up and leave my world alone and my people in peace. But until then I will fight them by hitting them where it hurts, in the wallet. "The Eldorians," said Mother Lou, "if I had my throne back, my armies could swat them like flies." Androyka and Mother Lou were soon in Angel City, both of them in disguise. They used the stores of space rum they found in her ship's hold, now aged and quite valuable, to barter for information. No weapons could be turned on anywhere in Angel City, so drones would blast you out of existence. But Mother Lou knew that Androyka was a weapon. So the ship's cargo pens were soon filled with Mother Lou's political enemies, and soon Mother Lou made a pirate broadcast across the skies of her world, announcing her return to stake her claim to the throne, and she ordered the arrest of her sister and co-conspirators that were already cooling their jets in Androyka's cargo pens. Androyka gave Mother Lou a fanny pack to wear under her clothes that would protect Mother Lou behind a powerful force field until she had secured the throne. Soon the armies and everybody else swore loyalty to her, and she was put back in charge of Angel City. "It felt good to be the ruler again," she said to Androyka, "just like old times. And for helping me return to power and take my throne back, I am putting a fleet of my mightiest warships at your disposal to free your world." So Androyka in her ship led Mother Lou's mighty space fleet to the Eldorian home world and surrounded it and called for its surrender. Androyka threatened to have her fleet destroy the planet right then and there if they did not immediately withdraw all Eldorian forces from planet 305. They agreed, and the peace treaty was signed upon Androyka's trading ship, turned pirate vessel, turned flagship of an empire. And this ceremony was broadcast worldwide back on her home planet of D305, making Androyka a worldwide celebrity. She sent a thank you note to Mother Lou for the temporary use of her fleet, and then returned with her ship back to planet D-305, where she married the son of the royal family and became Princess N9 NCI. And Mother Lou, attending the wedding, when they shared a private moment, she whispered in her ear, "You will always be Androyka to me." And Androyka whispered back, "And you will always be Mother Lou to me." Mother Lou pardoned her sister as well as her co-conspirators, but and then and then exiled them and banned them from ever again gaining entry into Angel City. They were free to go anywhere and live anywhere else other than Angel City. So Mother Lou once again ruled Angel City until a counter-revolution led by her sister, Amina, who once again drove Mother Lou into exile. So Mother Lou once again fled back to the earth and to the mountain that she and Androyka had once called home for so many happy years. But this time without any longings for ever returning home again to Angel City. No, her fate was not as ruler. She was an adventurer, a scientist, a collector of tales and stories and fables, a lover of life, not a ruler. All that pomp and circumstance, intrigue and backstabbing, stuff her sister could have. Stuff her sister liked, but, she could have it. But Mother Lou now realized that her happiest moments had been in exile, in her lab and on her farm. In fact, she now felt as if this mountain was her home, but something strangely was missing. There was a sense of loneliness in the air. Then one day, while she was out walking the fields, she saw a ship cut across the sky overhead. Could it be Androyka, she thought to herself? So she flew off after it and found it set down on the shores of Ozero Bajal Lake. "Hello, Mother." "Hello, Androyka." "Mother Lou." "Hello, Androyka. And what do I owe the honor of your visit?" "I have a favor to ask you, Mother Lou." "Ask away," she said proudly. "Well, it's about my daughter, N9-7A. We are once again at war back on D-305, and the war is going badly for our side. And I was hoping that I could leave her here with you while we sort this war thing out," said Androyka. "Oh, yes," said Mother Lou. "It would be my privilege, Androyka. It would be my privilege. Thank you. Now N9-7A, Androyka said, looking at her daughter. "Say hello to Mother Lou." "Hello, Mother Lou." "Hello, N9-7A, and welcome to Earth." And as Mother Lou lifted N9-7A up into her arms, she said, "Oh, the adventures we are going to have, N9-7A. You and I across this world. Have you ever been to the Blue Nile?" "Oh, of course not. But you will. The first thing we will do is have you meet a rhinoceros friend of mine." "A rhinoceros?" "Yes," said Mother Lou. "It's a wonderful creature, found mostly by the waters of the Blue Nile in Africa." "Africa?" "Yes," said Mother Lou. "Africa." Androyka watched until they disappeared into the clouds. Then Androyka started to walk back onto her ship before taking one last look around at the magical planet Earth. Remembering all the adventures she had lived here with Mother Lou, she even envied her daughter a little for the adventures that awaited her. So knowing that her daughter was now safe from the war, she was ready to return to that horrible war that had taken almost everything from her, this time fearlessly and unafraid. "Ship!" she yelled, as the ship's hologram appeared in front of her. "We have a war to win." "Aye, aye, Captain," said the ship, as they headed back into the battle and an uncertain fate. Rallying her troops, she said, "Once more into the breach, dear friends, once more into the breach," while Mother Lou introduced N9-7A to her new home. The end.